Epix presents the new original series, Get Shorty.
You asked me to make a movie with cash.
That a problem?
It's perfect, isn't it?
You're only as good as your next hit. Chris O'Dowd and Ray Romano. Get Shorty. Premieres Sunday, 10/9 Central on Epix.
It is time to wake and take with Stugotz. Call now, 786-456-4837. If you are out of the area, 786-456-4837 might not work. You might have to dial 1-786-456-4837. It might sound the same as 786-456-4837, but it is not. You need to add the one before 786-456-4837. It's standard practice for long-distance calls. So again, if you are out of the area, do not dial 786-456-4837. Dial 1-786-456-4837. That's 786-456-4837. But only if you're out of the area. No, wait. If you're out of the area, it's actually 1-786-456-4837. My bad. Sorry. That one's on me. Like the one before, 786-456-4837. Okay, let's go through this one more time from the top. If you're out of the area, dial 1-786-456-4837. If you are not out of the area, just dial 786-456-4837. Call now.
It is Wake and Take here on 790 The Ticket.
Did you forget you were supposed to start? Were you waiting for me to start?
A little bit rattled.
Because?
The final 30 seconds of my SportsCenter appearance, which was shortened a couple of minutes because they needed to talk to Michael Collins about wearing shorts on a golf course. Because that's important. I couldn't hear Kevin Nagandi, and Kevin Nagandi could not hear me. And so he asked me questions that I couldn't hear. I gave him responses to questions that I couldn't hear. He couldn't hear my responses. He gave me a follow-up, and we have just been texting, laughing that we couldn't hear each other for the final 30 seconds of our interview. I don't know how it went. I don't know what was asked of me. I don't know how I responded. I don't know how he responded. I feel like it was terrible.
It would have been if you guys didn't have fun with it. Like, to me, the funniest things that happen on television as it relates to news are the mistakes.
Right. But I didn't know I was making a mistake. He didn't know. He didn't know. He thought I could hear him, and I thought he could hear me. It was a disaster. We did have fun with it today, though, because we were talking about Mayweather and his comments.
Which
that
comment?
McGregor is better than him on paper, and he's not the fighter that he used to be. And I said that Stugotz is strong in Floyd Mayweather. That's a good job by him, right?
Selling the fight by saying, I don't know about this.
Yes. And bringing the odds, like he's making them better for him, so you know he's going to place a bet on himself. And right now he's saying to himself, I got to bet what to win what on me? Or he could bet on Conor and just take a fall.
Those odds have gone way down, right? A lot of money coming in on Conor McGregor because people are thinking that it's value when it's not.
Well, it is. It's value.
No, it's not value.
Well, it's the better value of the two options, don't you think?
Well, no. I think the price is what it is because the price is what it is, I would say, on Floyd because they're hurting you to bet him.
Right.
A sure thing. That what is it now, Mike? You got to bet. You got to bet 500, 600 to win 100 on Floyd? Whatever it was 21 or 22 to 1 before, and it's gone well down because so much of the money is coming in on Conor McGregor. But I think it's just people betting on Puncher's chance.
That's what I'm betting on. I took McGregor right from the beginning.
Did you? You took it at 21 to 1 or 22 to 1?
Yeah, I told you. Remember the day it was announced? I said I'm taking McGregor, Puncher's chance.
Odds of as of August 7th, Floyd Mayweather is minus 550. Conor's only plus 375.
That's funny.
I mean, come on.
That's funny. I mean, that's throwing away your money.
I guess it is. Well, you would say buying the fight is throwing away your money.
Well, that too. Are we going to have a watch party, though? Are we going to do a watch party? I mean, it's going to be so. No, I meant for the listeners.
Your house.
I heard back from ESPN, and
No.
they think it works level. They think it works best on the local level. So if you want to do this, we have to go through the ticket.
That's fine.
All right, the ticket. We want to do an event.
You want to do that?
Yeah, why not? We'll do it here at the Clevelander.
Appearance fees?
That's all you think about?
Well, I mean, listen, you're asking me to come down here on a Saturday. I come down here Monday through Friday. It's a bit of a long drive, and the fight's not going to start till midnight.
I don't care whether you
actually
come
double
down
the
or
talent
not.
fees for that.
I feel like
the
wind has been taken out of a lot of people's sails when it comes to this fight. Have you seen the prices drop? And the tickets, they thought this was going to be a huge event in Las Vegas, and it's not necessarily turning into one of those.
By the way, when I was talking talent fees, I was talking, about Roy. Just want to make sure he's getting his fair share here. In fact, Chris, I'm guessing Allison's not coming. Allison, would you ever come down here on a Saturday night? A watch party?
It was a hard no.
It was?
Texter writes in here, any Marlins talk?
Stanton's on fire.
Yeah.
Underpaid. Stanton deserves every penny of what they're giving him.
Bill, I told him on Monday that contract's starting to look better and better.
It's going to be a good contract when Trout gets like $400 million, Harper gets $400 million.
Dan, he is
such a good deal,
right
Dan.
now.
Yeah.
He is mashing.
Yeah.
Mashing.
Dan, you can't say he's not mashing.
Guys.
Say
Is he
it.
mashing?
Try and
Say
say
he's
he's not
mashing.
mashing.
We'll listen to you, but just say he's mashing first.
Admit that he's mashing.
Fit
We'll
in,
listen
Dan.
to your point after
Mashed
guys.
potatoes.
But first, some mashing.
Fit in.
Come on, mashing.
Yes. he's
Mashing it.
mashing.
Yeah!
Mashing it.
Yes. Feels good, doesn't it?
Kind of feel like we stepped on it a little bit. Can you say one more time, please?
I mean, you guys.
Just one more time.
Yes, he's mashing.
Yeah.
All right.
I like that you did it slow.
Yeah.
Say it to me slower.
Not very enthusiastic, but we'll take it.
Well, because you guys are annoying. I mean,
What?
well, just in general, you are. But the problem with Stanton's contract, there is no disputing that he's a very good player. But they're paying $350 million, and they're getting a worse OPS than Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
Like, you can't have that percentage of your payroll tied up in one guy. Even if he's Mike Trout, you can't have that percentage of your payroll tied up in one guy. No team ever wins when they've got that much of their payroll tied up in one guy, and he's not Mike Trout.
Right. Do you keep using Freddie Freeman because Freddie Freeman's just a funny name? Because Freddie Freeman's a good baseball player.
Oh, he is a good
baseball
player. No, he is a good baseball player. He's just not a $300 million baseball player.
I understand that, but you really hammer home your point when you say that Giancarlo Stanton's OPS is not as good as Freddie Freeman's.
Well, let's do this. Fats and Info, can you do me a favor, please? Look at all the OPSs above Giancarlo Stanton. Give me where he's ranked in OPS. And again, I'm saying this. The starting point on this is he's an excellent player. And furthermore, the Marlins would be a legitimate playoff contender if Jose Fernandez hadn't died. They can't get any of their pitchers to go 7 innings. Do you realize, I think Scherzer's gone 7 innings more times than everyone they've got. And so if you could put Jose Fernandez at the top of the rotation, save your bullpen that way, they would actually be a pretty decent team if Jose Fernandez hadn't died.
Giancarlo Stanton is 8th in the major leagues in OPS this year. Freddie Freeman doesn't actually qualify because he's been hurt. He only played 67 games, so he's actually not ahead of him.
Yeah.
And the names ahead of him are pretty impressive.
What are they?
Aaron Judge, Joey Votto, Bryce Harper, Paul Goldschmidt, Josh Turner,
Justin Turner. Dodgers, yeah.
Jose Altuve, Charlie Blackmon, Stanton.
Pretty good, Dan.
I mean, no, I'm not saying it's not good. I'm saying none of those guys except Harper. Harper's a $300 million player. I guess Trout doesn't qualify either because he's missed 39 games.
Yeah.
Don't misunderstand me, man. I'm not the one who's going to rip Stanton. I do.
Sounds like it.
Does it really?
Yeah.
We're just making a point that the contract is looking better and better. That's all we're saying because he's mashing.
Smashing potatoes.
Yeah.
What's for dinner? Smashed potatoes.
Smashing it.
I mean, here's the thing. Guy wants to talk Marlins. I'm actually interested in the Marlins. I'm interested in baseball. I'm actually talking Marlins. And because Mike Ryan hasn't paid attention to the Marlins since 2003, all he wants to do is yell smashing potatoes because he doesn't have anything else. Because if I was talking about Luis Castillo, he could give me 10 minutes of content. But he doesn't know. And go ahead. Well, first of all, I was going to say name the guys that played for the Marlins last night. But I watched the game last night, and I don't know half those guys.
Dietrich hit a home run, right? Dietrich hit a home run.
Dietrich. Can we get the D as a nickname for Dietrich? I've been trying to get that started. Just the D.
The D.
Yeah.
I like that.
The
The
D.
D and smashing potatoes.
Who's that guy playing first base?
Who is that guy?
Tomas Solis. Pretty good.
No,
they called him up?
No, that is the
Derek Lee.
No. That is the nemesis of Kenny Powers in the
Niner.
Mexican League.
Check out the lineup last night. You don't know who D. Gordon is?
Go ahead and look at the lineup.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. You don't know who D. Gordon is? You don't know who Stanton is?
And with that lineup,
You don't know.
destroyed the first place Nationals.
Right. You know who Yelich is?
Destroyed. Oh, I see what you did.
Destroyed.
You gave him
He didn't do that on purpose. He was too busy perfecting
Evil
his
laugh.
sinister laugh.
Yeah, but you should have said D.
If we were healthier and the Jose Fernandez thing, we would have been so good this year. What a fun season it could have been.
Yeah.
It's still fun.
It's been a blast.
Yeah.
I've
A lot
been
of
glued.
fun.
I've been glued.
Have you heard of Ichiro?
Oh, what a double play yesterday, Dan, huh?
In the lineup last
He
night.
hit into
catch.
one, or
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Sliding catch, gunned him down at first. Oh, what a double play.
Gunned him down at first because for some reason the Nationals last night all decided they were going to go first to third on fly balls. Like on routine. So they had so many guys on the wrong side of second base when the outfielder's catching the ball.
It really was like a
It
routine
was
out
weird.
that Ichiro
No.
misplayed and had to slide for.
No, but how about this, Guillermo? I'm watching this, and I'm watching it, and they're down 7-3, I think, when Ichiro made that catch. The guy on first doesn't matter. You're down 7-3. Like, you need base runners. That guy's he's standing on third by the time Ichiro catches the ball off of first, and Ichiro's like, what are you doing?
But Ichiro has a chooch.
oh, such a chooch.
Yeah. Chooch.
Ichiro
Chooching it.
does not have a chooch.
Yes, he. Are you kidding? He has one of the most infamous chooches in choochdom.
Ever.
No, he's got their third best outfield arm.
Maybe now, but I mean, give a little
No,
respect
that's
to
what
the
we're talking
chooch.
about. We're talking about now. You guys were
we're
talking about his
respecting
throw
history.
last night.
What do you think
saying,
Vlad Guerrero has? If you were to describe Vlad Guerrero's arm, would you say he has a chooch?
No,
I would.
You were talking.
I don't know about his arm right
man,
now,
Your
but
analysis has been so terrible. Smash and chooch. Like, you realize.
I think he said chooch.
No, he is. What's happening here with
One of
Mike
the bigger
Ryan?
chooches
His
than
analysis is just he doesn't want to talk Marlin. So the only thing he's going to contribute to this is second grade gibberish.
about time that guy makes a contribution.
Zico's reinvented himself as a closer, huh, Dan?
Get out of here.
Guillermo, you know what else?
You didn't trust that guy coming into the game with his ERA of 6 at the end of the game last night.
But we trust them now. And it looks like they have found their ace, and it's Worley.
Morley.
Oh,
It's been great.
the contributions we've been getting lately from Worley, the great one who got hurt,
Yeah.
Jose Urena. I mean, it's been Conley.
Who are these people?
Oh.
The Phillies didn't want Worley. The Phillies.
Diamond in the rough.
Is that Vance Worley?
Yeah.
man.
Whoa, I
Yeah.
guess
Yeah,
that
he's
correctly.
back.
Wow.
He is back.
That same guy is still around? Sweet.
He does not look like a baseball player.
No, and the last 2 games he's pitched well, although he got very fortunate last night at the number of outs, that screaming nipple line drives that somebody ended up catching for them last
Next season's looking good, Dan. Our rotation, Straley, Urena, Conley to start it off and pick up a free agent. We're right back in this thing.
The legend
Exactly
of Bagger
right.
Vance Worley.
Because the offense is as good as any offense.
night. It is?
I think so, yeah.
No,
And
you're
by the
set.
way-
Healthy.
You're set. You got the great outfield, and you got each Chuchro backing him up.
Wow. I mean, Mike was just trying to get to each Chuchiro. That's all he was
For a
trying
good
to do.
80 to 90 seconds.
That's all he was trying to do. He just wanted to call
Chuchro.
him Chuchiro. Yeah. Excellent.
They have 536 or 523 runs scored. I mean, I'm guessing there's not too many teams that have more than that.
Texter writes in, Stanton 8th in OPS, and Dan moves the goalpost. Typical. Sad. I'm not saying he's not a very good baseball player. I'm saying that he can't be 20% of your payroll.
I just found 3 teams in one division that have scored more runs than the Marlins.
Well, you're ridiculous.
He can't be 20% of your payroll when another 20% is Wei-Yin Chen also. That's a disaster.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
You keep making good points.
That did not work out.
But he's not another 20%, but that is a good point. Yes.
Yeah.
They need a 1. They need a 1 and a 2.
Their 1s and their 2s are going to be Edinson Volquez and Wei-Yin Chen in terms of payroll, and neither of them are going to pitch.
Well, no, you'd be okay if your 3rd or 4th starters were Straley, Urena, Volquez.
Don't forget Vance.
Do not forget Vance.
They need a 1.
Be a great one.
Well, they have one. They have a 1. They need a 2.
No,
they have Vance.
No, they don't have a 1.
They need a 2.
Wait a minute. Can you give me all of Vance Worley's numbers? Because you just pronounced him great.
I can give you his numbers in August.
August numbers are
wait
great.
a minute, he's good the last 2 starts.
Do those,
wait a minute, we're 9 days into August.
Yeah, well, he's at 2 starts. He's given up 1 run. He's got 2 wins. That's what it's all about, the W's.
Ace.
Does he have a chooch?
Doesn't work with pitchers.
Yeah, it's expected, right, I guess.
You know who once played pitcher because his chooch was so big?
Yeah.
Each chooch row.
That's right.
He did. He did. Check out his stats. I'm sure he was effective.
Oh, I bet you he was, yeah. Good pitcher. Maybe he could be our number 2.
He was throwing pitches, too, like curveballs and stuff.
He's got some junk.
Yeah.
How long do you think this show would survive without me?
Wake and take?
Yeah, Wake and
No, all of it. Like the whole thing. If I were to just vanish and this is the show you guys
I
were
think
doing.
Wake and take's got legs.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
We'd figure it out.
It's got a
man.
cold following. I
but
believe it's got a Wikipedia entry.
I'm asking you, like, what it would become. Like, if I were to retire today, right now, during this segment, what do you think the show would become? What would you do, Stugotz? Like, what would you? Who would you be looking to do it with? Would you do it alone?
Oh, no, I wouldn't do it alone. I'd latch on to another big-time name and ride their coattails for another 15 years.
Who would you have in mind?
I haven't really given it much thought yet, to be honest with you. Either that or I'd go the solo route and, have all the guys do the show with me, and, we'd make it good. It would take a minute, but eventually it would be something that's average. So I don't know what to tell you. I know you're looking for answers there, but again, I haven't given it that much thought. Like Greeny, Mark Teixeira, Gojo, maybe Bomani Jones, Rob Stone, Kevin Nagandi, who I happen to like a lot, Alexi Lalas. I mean, I need some soccer input. He's got it for me. Maybe Greg Norman.
Wait a minute.
Again, I haven't given this much thought.
Why did you
perhaps?
Why did you just combine a great redheaded American soccer player and the wife of Carmelo Anthony?
Hi, everyone. Stugotz here. Support for the Dan Le Batard Show podcast comes from our friends at Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Chances are you are confident when it comes to your work, your hobbies, and your life. Rocket Mortgage gives you the same level of confidence when it comes to buying a home or refinancing your existing home loan. Rocket Mortgage is simple, allowing you to fully understand all the details and be confident you are getting the right mortgage for you. To get started, go to rocketmortgage.com/Stugotz. That's rocketmortgage.com/Stugotz, STUGOTZ. Equal housing lender, licensed in all 50 states. NMLS consumeraccess.org number 3030.
And now, back to Wake. With Stugotz. Call now. 786-456-4837.
Not annoying. 786-456-4837. If you can't get through to us on the phone lines because they are popping this morning on Wake and Take, then you can text the show on the Coral Springs Automall Nissan text line at 67974.
The reason I asked the question last segment about what you guys would do without me wasn't because of the idea of, what could these guys do without me? It was because in order for the annoying of the audience to be something that's funny, you need to have a person who gets annoyed.
Yes.
Otherwise, what you guys are doing here is just annoying.
Yes.
It ceases to be funny. It's only funny if I get agitated.
Seems to be working.
Yes.
Gotcha. No. I think I understand what he's saying. Wait and take works because of Dan.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm saying annoying can only work if someone is there to get annoyed. Annoying.
Thank you, Dan. I mean, it did come out that way.
I'm just explaining to you what I mean.
Well, I think the whole show, it doesn't work. I'm annoying. Listen, I know I'm annoying, and it doesn't work unless you're annoyed by it. I would have to change my strategy and how I go about doing things if you weren't here to be annoyed by the things that I do and say. That's what I would have to do, unfortunately. Like, listen, man, when this thing is over, and I have no idea when it's going to be over, I'll never be able to recreate what we've done here. No one will. Because it's the dynamic, it's us annoying you, it's you allowing us to annoy you, and being a good sport about it, but it's also you being annoyed. And it's not fake, it's genuine. Like, you are annoyed by me.
The reason I asked the question specifically with that open that Mike keeps playing, when Mike was gone, that open wasn't playing. The idea of being annoying to the audience, it can only be funny if someone out there in the consumption of it is actively being annoyed. Laurel and Hardy is a comedy team. It doesn't work unless the fat one gets annoyed.
It's a hip reference, Dan.
Well, I'm trying to think of what other
Laurel and Hardy.
Well, who else could I go to? What other comedy duos could I go to?
Penn and Teller.
No, okay, but one of them isn't annoyed by the other. Give me all the other comedy duos that use this as a device.
I mean, Franco and Rogan.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to do better than Laurel and Hardy because the key was for Hardy to get annoyed.
Mike and the Mad Dog.
Was that their dynamic?
That was their Russo annoyed Mike Francesa. Yes, I would say Russo. Eventually, they respected each other. That hasn't happened here yet, 15 years in. But eventually, they found some common ground, and Francesa respected Russo.
That's not true. Actually, I like you far better than Mike Francesa likes Chris Russo. I respect.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
Wait a minute.
It's okay.
I think we've got a better partnership than they do because I genuinely like and love you, even though there are times that I don't like and hate you.
They're talking sports, annoying each other as hard as they can.
Yes, nice. You got a bunch of calls here. One thing to get to real quick before we get to the calls, though, Stugotz. How Jay Cutler is it? Now, I know many of you are laughing at the idea of just Jay Cutler saying, I woke up in Miami and I had no idea where I was. That part is funny just because it's Jay Cutler and him just sort of being disoriented. It's funny, waking up and immediately putting out the cigarette that went, that he was smoking in bed and, had made the sheets catch fire a little bit. But the idea, Stugotz, that on his first day in Miami, about to begin a job that can be pretty overwhelming, that he would sleep so deep that he would wake up and not know what city he's in. Like, do you know how hard that is to do, to not have, your mind racing, to be thinking about, I'm in a new work environment tomorrow. I'm either excited or joyous or nervous.
I don't know a lot of the guys.
I know, but you know what I mean? I've slept that hard 5 times in my entire life. I've quieted my mind enough to just sleep in a way that I wake up and I don't know where I am. But Jay Cutler, first day as a Dolphin, falls asleep so hard that he's drooling. He wakes up and he's like, "Where am I? What's going on?"
Couldn't be more relaxed.
Right? Look. What I'm telling you is that there's very good possibility that will be the exact same feeling he has on play 1, week 1, in the huddle. Just where am I? He's going to drop back and look for Alshon Jeffrey.
He's going to get 10 hours before the first game.
He is going to drop back and he's going to be like, "Where's Greg Olsen?" Going to start pounding the ball.
I'm so happy we have
love
Cutler.
this guy.
Yeah, I love him.
This is so great.
It's so awesome. You don't care. And Adam Gase came out and said, he said, same old Jay. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but he said, same old Jay.
It's the stripper. It is. He will make every offensive coordinator fall in love with the stripper. Yes, because he drops back and it's like, that's beautiful. Like in the history of the league, Jay Cutler dropping back is as beautiful as anything you've ever seen.
I feel like it's going to be different this time, though. Because everywhere he's gone, there's always been these super high expectations, and people think he's going to change. I feel Miami's accepted who Jay Cutler is for who he is.
Well, because he's Miami.
Yes.
I don't give a bleep.
Yes, he is Miami, yes.
We are in on this whole Jay Cutler experience. Don't care. Look like you have a cigarette hanging out your mouth. We love it.
I'll get there when I get there.
The better.
Yeah. Would you be surprised if he showed up late to a game?
Like a sideline reporter saying Jay Cutler's stuck in traffic?
Yeah.
I don't think we'd care.
I don't think anyone would care.
If he didn't, what do you mean? If he showed up late to a game, what are you guys talking about?
Depends how, has the game gone out of hand?
See, this is why it's key for someone to get annoyed. Because if I don't get annoyed here, it'll keep going.
Did we defer?
Yeah.
Yes. The other team has the ball first.
Okay,
yes.
good.
Yeah. Strolls in around 110.
Toast. You see that? I said we. I am so in love with Jay Cutler.
Let's take a call. Let's go to Arash. Arash, go ahead.
DeMarco Murray is overrated.
Yeah.
You had the entire offseason, the training camp. What has this guy done? I tell you, he hasn't done anything. Get out of here. He's a wuss. You know, this hamstring thing. Michael Jordan sucked it up when he had a flu. Kurt Schilling when he was bleeding. You know, Jay Cutler, he faked a real injury, but he faked it, but it's a real injury. You know, I'm not a doctor, but in my opinion, Murray is faking this injury. I'm reporting it here first. Murray is a faker. He needs to get up with these meaningless games. You know, nobody cares about these games, but, you know, he still has to play them. Also, pineapples, overrated. Anything pineapple related is overrated. It has a very thick skin. It takes you a long time to cut it. Maybe it's right. Maybe it's ripe. Maybe it's not. It's a gamble. I don't like those odds. Way too much work, but pineapple daiquiris are awesome. Cold drink on a hot summer day, sweet. Also, quick question for Dan. Thursday night games are very harmful to the NFL bodies, the players' bodies. How about if the teams who play Thursday night games only do it after bye weeks? Would that work? Peace out.
All right. Rasham.
I'm reporting it here first. DeMarco Murray is a faker. I wish the reports on ESPN were more like that. That Adam Schefter was going to Twitter and reporting first that DeMarco Murray is a faker.
I want to carve that out for myself. I'm going to start carving it out for myself. I am. Because I'm with Arash. He is faking it. And why wouldn't you fake it? Like, who wants to play in these preseason games? Honestly. How about pineapples? Your thoughts there?
I'm allergic to them.
Oh, you are?
Of course you are.
Can we put it on the poll, by the way, at Le Batard Show on Twitter?
I used to love pineapples.
Not that. Not if you love pineapples or not. Do you think Jay Cutler will be late to a Dolphin game? Yes or no? Fat Chris, pineapples?
Love them.
Not a big fan. Guillermo?
I like a good pineapple, but it has to be prepared for me. Like he's right. I'm not going to cut open a pineapple. It's way too much work.
Right?
Sure. I like pineapples.
Okay. Michael?
Love pineapples. You know, it was a sign of wealth back in the day.
Really?
Yeah. If you wanted to prove to people that you were wealthy, you would carry around pineapple.
It's a really good-looking fruit, though, too. Like, what's the best-looking fruit? Pineapple.
Wait a minute. Are you guys going to just let that one slide as if that's the truth? Like, you guys are just going to...
Oh, I'll believe anything.
This goes back like 10 years to where does the saying from letting the cat out of the bag come from? And Hawk was back there yelling about cats used to be currency. I mean, you guys are going to let slide that pineapples used to be a sign of wealth.
Wait a second. Hawk was joking?
Mike, what the hell are you talking about that people used to walk around with pineapples? What people? What are you talking about?
I think he's actually right about this.
Yeah, he's right.
I think he's right, Dan. I'm looking it up. Hold on.
What do you mean he's right?
I'm pretty sure he's right.
What do you mean he's right?
I think pineapples were a sign of wealth. I do.
They used to be hard to come by.
Like you could pay for pizza with a pineapple.
And they were expensive, so if you had one, yeah.
Wait a minute.
I'm checking it out. Hold on. Yep, pineapples were a status symbol. They were. Boom. Good information, Mike.
I want you to prove that, too. I want you guys to prove to me what Mike Ryan said, which is people used to walk around with pineapples.
A single pineapple in the 18th century could cost the equivalent of $8,000 today.
And how about this? And here's some proof. In fact, the fruit was so desirable and rare, Dan, that consumers often rented a pineapple for the night to show off to fellow partygoers.
So do you mean they carried around a pineapple to show people how rich they were?
They would rent one for the evening, and they would put the pineapple in their home. So when you walked in, it was like a showcase piece.
Mike, let's do that for our watch party. Let's have everybody come over to look at the pineapple. And also we'll have McGregor and Mayweather on the TVs. But just...
I think I want to make that a look. What would be people's reaction if I just walked around with a pineapple in my hand at all times?
Let's all do that. Get us a bunch of... Go to the Clevelander Kitchen. Let's hold one all show. All of us, let's hold one all show without any explanation to the national audience.
You should probably apologize to Mike there.
I guess I should.
Yeah.
I guess I thought he was making it up.
In Australia, the $50 bill is known as the pineapple or the big pineapple.
Yeah. Love that.
How were you not making that up? How were you not making that up?
Well, I'm a fountain of knowledge.
You didn't know that. You were totally unsure of that when you said it. Where did you come upon that particular knowledge?
I read it in books.
Okay, Kevin, for the grand prize of $1 million. What color is the White House?
I know this.
5 seconds.
Oh, switching to Geico could save you a bunch of money on car insurance?
Okay. Judges? That's true, Kevin. They'll allow it. Congratulations. You're a winner.
Woo!
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
Now, back to way and stay Go now. 76 4 5 6 4
I don't see how that could annoy anyone. I mean, if I'm annoyed about anything, they're not slow enough. Because the longer Poppy talks, the less I have to talk. I still get paid the same. All right, let's take some calls. Dan, who's on the line here?
Kanisha, you're on Wake and Take with Stugotz. Kanisha.
That was the best rejoin I've ever heard in my life on any show ever. Real quick, the dynamics of the show are such that I think every person involved in the production of the show is equally as important as the next, with the exception of Stugotz. The show doesn't work without Stugotz. My question is, if you could only have 2 flavors of ice cream for the rest of your life, which would they be? And also, if each member of this show, who is equally as important as the last, were a flavor of ice cream, which would you be and why?
Rash 'em.
Collars bring it, man.
Yeah, they do. Let's start with Fat Chris here on 2 flavors of ice cream. Your 2 favorite flavors of ice cream. You have to eat these flavors for the rest of your life. This is it.
I go cookies and cream.
Yeah.
And then just chocolate.
Okay. Any particular brand? Because mine are Baskin-Robbins.
No.
All right.
Brand.
Guillermo?
Does Froyo count? I do Froyo. Dan Froyo, does that count? When I go to a Froyo place, what I do is this, Dan.
It doesn't count.
That does not count.
Ice cream.
All right,
Ice cream, man.
We're too deep into this. When I go to a Froyo place, I'll do like the chocolate Froyo, and then I'll get another flavor to mix in with the chocolate. Usually something a little more tart, but sometimes it'll be like pineapple. Which
Yeah, that's
is
a good answer if he had asked you what your favorite
Then I'm
Froyo
putting cookie dough and little
flavors.
chocolate syrup. So regular ice cream, I like a tangerine, like a sorbet.
Sherbet?
Yeah, sherbet, not
You
sorbet.
like light ice cream.
Yeah.
All right, we regret asking you your opinion.
We do. Roy?
I would like to go with dark chocolate and darker chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah, those are my two favorite flavors.
Dark chocolate, darker chocolate?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
Mike?
Don't make me follow that.
Okay.
All right, Dan?
Don't make me follow it. I like cake batter ice cream.
I love
from
it.
Cold Stone.
Good
I love
choice,
it.
good
Birthday
choice.
cake remix.
I like Heath Bar Crunch.
Ooh, very nice.
It's very pleasant when they say, "Follow me to the stone." Okay.
Cold Stone used to be a bigger deal, though, right?
Yeah.
Used to be a bigger deal.
My two favorite things when I go to a restaurant.
Kind of
is,
played out, right?
Welcome to Moe's. I get such a party. Thank you. I'm here. And hey, how about you? Follow me to the stone. Okay, with the light.
But it's played out, right? Like, there used to be lines around the corner to get into those places.
Yeah.
Yeah, no longer.
They still work as fast as if there's lines, though. I mean, nothing against Cold Stone, but a little slow.
You
and
think
I don't
Cold
like the
Stone's
size
money
names.
is real down from when they... I'm sorry, you don't like what?
The names of the sizes, like it, love it, gotta have it.
Yeah,
Small,
it's
medium,
very
and large.
I don't like that
all right?
either,
I get
yeah.
confused.
It's very confusing.
Same with Starbucks. I don't like how they do theirs.
Exactly.
It's
And
annoying.
a tall is really a small, but a tall sounds big.
Allison, where'd you get that pineapple? Where did you go and get it? I feel the whole show feels so wealthy right now.
Mike
This
does.
is so ripe.
Yeah.
Good-looking pea apple.
You know what? Now it all makes sense now that I'm looking at the pineapple in its most ornate condition. I'm looking at a pineapple, and it does look like something that would be decadent and would signify wealth.
Honestly, what is a pineapple? It's crazy. It's got spikes on it. It's delicious on the inside. Look at this. Look at these. Look at that lid. You see that lid?
It's like Bryce Harper's hair.
It is. Yes. Funny. But renting one for a party?
I know. Well, that was, the 1800s were a little slower.
Sure. What flavor of ice cream would you be?
What would I be?
Well, that's what he asked.
That's a stupid question.
That was a stupid one?
I
All
don't
right.
like that question.
That is a totally different question.
It is a
Let's go
different
back
question.
around the horn.
Yeah.
I mean,
Chris?
I guess I would go, what's an ice cream nobody would eat?
Neapolitan.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's
Wait
terrible.
a minute, is that the one with the 3 different flavors?
It's awful,
Get out of
yeah.
here. That's like the best thing ever.
No, the strawberry ruins the
You take
entire
one,
thing.
you take the
Strawberry
strawberry,
ruins
you
the
go through
entire
all
thing.
of it, you get like a little
Put
bit
it on the
of all
poll.
of
Does
it.
strawberry ice cream ruin the Neapolitan?
What?
Yes, it
Phenomenal.
does. No, it ruins it. Put it on the poll. Put it on the poll.
Strawberry shake.
Strawberry ruins it.
Oh, you gotta be
Strawberry
kidding
ruins
me.
it. No,
What
it
you're
ruins
saying
it.
is blasphemous. It's insane. It's crazy.
You get a little...
It's something that you'd hear out of North Korea. It's nuts.
I'm always digging around the strawberry. It's annoying. Yeah.
It's true.
Bring it in. I'll eat your strawberry.
I'll eat all your strawberry happily. Strawberry's the best part, not the worst part.
Strawberry is a tennis
best
court.
part.
How dare
No,
you
it's the best.
speak in these terms?
I guess that would be your flavor. Very controversial. Fat Chris?
Controversial.
That I'd want
Or
to be.
that.
Flavor
Yes.
I'd want to be.
Yes.
Strawberry.
I mean, what are we doing?
Well, the guy, listen, Dan, on Wake and Take, what we do is you can ask any question. It doesn't matter. We're going to answer it. That's
You've
how
got
we roll
100
here.
calls here. Take some
I'm
more
going to get to
calls.
him. Guillermo, flavor?
This is, again, ice cream, not froyo.
Yes.
I'll go with like a lime.
Okay.
Give it a lime.
Roy?
I would like to go with darkest chocolate on
Okay.
that. Darkest chocolate.
Let's take a call.
We didn't get Allison's flavor of ice cream.
Allison, were your two favorite flavors of ice cream?
Coffee.
And if you could be a flavor of ice cream, it's an entirely different question.
What do you think you wouldn't be a flavor?
Allison, you good?
Yep.
She said coffee is her favorite.
Coffee.
Not surprising. And what flavor would you be?
Garrett,
Allison, get to him.
Garrett, you're
I wouldn't be
on.
a flavor. That's a
Shake
really
and take.
dumb question.
It's a dumb question.
I enjoy
Garrett.
it. Neapolitan.
Welcome caller, first time on air. I have a TV show idea from listening to the podcast on Monday, the second hour. You were describing Stu being two different personalities. at Jay Cutler and Adam Gase, and it gave me an idea for a TV show that would take different ESPN personalities, and you could do sports sketch comedy with different sports stars. It's kind of like a This Is Sports Center meets SNL meets Chappelle Show. Viva la Wake and Take. Rasham.
All right, send me a proposal, some P&Ls, and if I'm good with this, and some money. And because there are production costs, and we'll go 80-20. 80 my way, 20 your way.
I thought his idea would be a show in which you argue with yourself. And you take both sides.
Well, I will say this. The next step, right, ESPN at some point here
has to give me a show.
Is going to have a sketch comedy show. Right? It's not going to be all a proliferation of debate shows, right? At some point off in the future.
It's got to evolve into...
Well, here's what I was talking to you about earlier this week. We were talking about the idea that HBO spends so much on its projects that Game of Thrones looks like an epic movie every week.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea of a dragon emerging from the sky and blowing fire at characters, that those are things you don't see on ESPN. That kind of graphics package is not something... Big productions are not something that you see at ESPN. They're all versions of studio shows.
Mm-hmm. Right, outside of our radio studio, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
So can't you see some day off in the future where ESPN... Because everything's moving so fast, 2017, people get their information instantaneously, where the sports centers end up getting replaced?
Yep.
And in their place, what are you putting?
Me.
Okay.
Let's take a call.
Michael, you're on 790 The Ticket. Wake and Take with Stugotz.
Yeah, hola. First time, long time. I love the production for the two new ones, so good job. My question is, me and my friend both like the same girl. She happens to be like a good friend of ours. We can't both go after her at the same time. So I was wondering, like, what's the best way to figure out who goes first? All right, cool. Thank you.
Well, there are some follow-ups that are required there. Is he gone? He is. Because I'm wondering who... They have to know if she's attracted to one of the guys more than the other, right? They have to know that.
Say they don't.
Wow.
What's your alpha dog move?
I guess I would tell my friend, well, I'm not letting my friend go first, so I have to figure out a way to go first without giving the appearance that I'm going to go first. What I do is I actually give my friend some advice. Like, I tell, hey, listen, you take the first stab at it. And I give him some advice, and I tell him what kind of date to go on and certain things to do. And it's just like, it's nothing that she would like and nothing that she would want to do. And then that first date is a colossal failure, and I start looking better in her eyes with each passing minute of that date. And I sabotage his first date, essentially, and then she falls right into my arms.
Okay, so the worst kind of friend possible.
Yeah, exactly. But I get the girl.
What is the move? Is that all that matters, getting of the girl? Like, shouldn't you both go up to her and let her decide, just to ask her, hey, which one of us two would you be most interested in?
It's a bit awkward.
I mean, of course it's awkward.
It's super awkward.
Hey, we both like you. Choose one.
Yeah.
Choose one?
What we both like
me
you?
In third
you can't
grade.
make that funny? You can't make that funny?
Women aren't property, Dan.
Yeah. Whoa! Who made them property? I allowed them to choose.
You're putting her in a terrible
What the hell kind of thing is that to say to me with 2 seconds left of time left?